Have you been asking yourself, when I look at Judith's listings, they're not all in the Verde Valley? Well, today I'm going to tell you a little bit about why my listings are not all in the Verde Valley. When I first moved up to the Prescott area, I lived in Dewey, which is about 15 miles outside west. I don't know. But anyway, it's 15 miles from Prescott. And initially, when I was in the business, I worked with people that were in what they call the Quad Cities, which is Prescott, Prescott Valley, Chino Valley, Dewey, Mare, Dewey-Humboldt, those areas. And so I have a lot of clients that I've stayed in touch with over the years that, oh dear, driving and people don't know what they're doing. Hello. Anyway, I have clients that worked with me, both listings and buying, that have stayed in touch. We've stayed in touch. I try to do that as much as possible because the cool thing about being a realtor versus when I was a psychologist, and yes, I was a psychologist, is that that I actually get to have long-term relationships with my clients, and actually build those friendships. And I really appreciate that, being sort of new to the area, where I grew up and spent my whole life, first 50 plus years of my life. I left, and coming here, I've had to build new relationships, new connections. And so being a realtor has been really a godsend because I have built those relationships with my previous clients, and many of them are now dear friends. I don't see them all the time, but we just stay in touch. And that's where my referrals come from, or repeat business. They call and say, hey, I want to sell my house. I want to buy another house. I have a friend or a neighbor or whoever that they're referring to me, and they're on the other side of the Mingus Mountain Range. Now, I am literally driving over the Mingus Mountain Range today. I'm driving from Cottonwood, Clarkdale, Jerome, over to Prescott Valley to meet with another client. I helped him purchase a house a couple of years ago, and he inherited some property. So he and I are talking about, hey, can you help me maybe sell this property? What are my options? Do I sell what I have? And da 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 da. And that's part of what I do, is when people are in situations that they are unfamiliar with, they come to me for guidance, for direction. And that's what I want to be for everybody, is I want to be a resource, not just I'll list your house, I'll help you buy a house, but in between, how do I take care of my house? Do you have names of plumbers, electricians, things like that? Landscapers, should I sell this house and buy another one? Do you think I could take money out of this house and buy a second property for an investment property? So we have tons of conversations about things that are unrelated to just listing a house and buying a house. And that puts me in the Quad Cities often because that's my biggest group of former clients. And I'm building that over here on the Verde Valley side. And I have listed homes here, and I've sold many homes over here. But when it comes to referrals, most of those are coming from the Prescott side of the Mingus Mountain Range, because that's where I did business for almost 10 years before I moved over to the Verde Valley side of the Mingus Mountain Range. I love the fact that I get to go back and forth and be on both sides of the mountain. And this drive that I'm doing, some people absolutely hate it because it's a lot of switchbacks. But I love it because the views are phenomenal. And looking down over the Verde Valley, seeing the Red Rock views, coming down the other side of the mountain and seeing Prescott Valley spread out in front of me, it just warms my heart. It makes me really thankful that I get to live here and I get to do this kind of work. I also get to work with a lot of great people. It's just a very rewarding profession, in my opinion. The other thing that I really like about it is that I am self-employed. So here it is, late in the afternoon, heading over the mountain. A lot of people on a Friday afternoon will be like getting ready to clock out work for the week. And I'm like, yeah, just going to work for that day. Though I did do office work earlier today. I just popped up a new listing in Ash Fork, not the Verde Valley, piece of vacant land out in Ash Fork. I'm working with a fiduciary company to help their client sell some property. So another connection that I have is that I do work with fiduciary companies and things like that to assist with their clients that are needing to sell property because they're unable to do that for themselves anymore. What else can I tell you? I hopefully you're going to get to see a little bit in the side mirror here of the window, views. I would turn it around and show you some. And actually, I may do that here in a minute, is because the views are pretty phenomenal. So let's try to do some views here. Okay, so I am coming up on the road into Jerome. And as you can see, you can kind of pick out and see some of the views there. I have to be careful. I am driving and I don't want to have an accident. But Jerome is another one of those absolutely gorgeous, fun, historical towns here in the Verde Valley. And I will be doing a walkthrough, kind of pointing out some of my favorite places in Jerome. It's a very quaint town. It was a copper mining town in its, height. There were quite a few people. I'll go into the museum when I'm up here doing video because there's a couple of museums, and the little inexpensive one in town that you can walk into, not the state park one, is actually my very favorite because it has so much information about the gold, copper mining. There's some of the towns, little houses. Okay, let's off the rails here for a second. The houses in Jerome are sketchy. It's cool. It's a really quaint place, but because of everything being built on the side of a mountain, there are no yards, and things are steep here. There's a lot of concerns about foundation issues and things like that when you buy in here. So you do have to keep that in mind. Homes do not come on the market that often up here, but when they do, you definitely have to do a lot of due diligence inspections, foundation inspections. Structural issues are a big concern up here. And it is a very small town, so there's not, a lot of opportunities in here. But it is gorgeous. Now, I will tell you, it also is a very touristy area. So it can be very busy with people, kind of like Sedona. It gets a little busy for the locals. So there's a lot of no parking areas up here that you have to be very careful about because they're there for the locals to park because there's not really very many parking spots at their homes. Okay, so we are coming in. There's that Jerome there. There. So we are coming into the heart of Jerome. I just think this is kind of fun. It's just such a cute little quaint town. A lot of historical stuff. A lot of the buildings have, parts of the buildings are still reflecting the same structure, the same stonework, all of that. Oh, look at the fall colors. I love it. Oh my gosh. This is so fun. I love it. Thank you for coming along with me on this little ride today. I just like to share a little bit about what I do. This is the cool part, fun part of being a realtor is that we get to go different places. We get to see a lot of different areas. We get to enjoy the change of seasons, and we definitely have change of seasons. It was triple digits just 6 weeks ago. And now at the height of the heat of the day, which is from 3 to 5, it's 73, which is so nice. This morning it was 54 when I got up. So chilly. I just say chilly. I'm from Minnesota. I know what cold is. That is just chilly. So here we are. We're coming into town. Here are some of the cute little quaint stores we have. We're coming up to some parking. This is paid parking. There's a lot of paid parking, and it's not expensive. It's really not. You park and you walk around and you spend the day here looking at the quaint little shops, having a bite to eat at one of the local restaurants. There is no chain restaurants here. Everything is locally family owned. So I definitely recommend it. And there's wine tasting, of course, more wine tasting. If you watched my Cottonwood, Old Town Cottonwood video, it talks a lot about the wine tasting. Go around. Come on, people. I swear they don't know what they're doing. They're so confused. This car in front of me, I have to say, almost took me out on the roundabout earlier. And now they're like, this, little four-wheeler was like, go past me, go past me. And this pilot's like, no, keep going. I don't know what to do. Sorry. I have issues with tourists. I love you, tourists. I do. But sometimes you make driving for the locals a little challenging. So here's like part of the other streets. And we're going to kind of go through here really quick because I'm going to do a thorough video of Jerome and all of my favorite places here over the weekend. So you can see that. But, or in another video, I shouldn't say over the weekend, but in another video, you're going to see Jerome. We're going to go past. It's just, as you can see, the streets are very narrow here. This is the Haunted Hamburger right in front of us here. And it's a very yummy hamburger joint. Now we're heading out of Jerome. We're in Mototown. We're around the corner. But it has a lot of old original structures in here. Up there, you can see the Grand Hotel. That's very nice. And they have a restaurant there as well, which is yummy. And the cool part, this is why I have to do a Jerome tour in October. It is very well known for its hauntings and spirits and all that stuff. If you're into that, it's very popular for people to come up and tour the area, the old buildings, for, spirits, whatever. I can't remember what that's called. I'm not into it. I'm sorry. I'm not. But I just think it's kind of fun. So it's very popular in October, but any time of the year, people come up here to do that. So that was Jerome. Drive through. All right, so I'm back. That was Jerome. And now I'm heading out of Jerome. Like I said, I'm going through the switchbacks. A lot of people don't like the switchbacks. They drive really slow. I do remember the first time that I did the switchbacks, I was a little terrified. Now I've been here for quite a while, and so I'm kind of over the fear and feel pretty confident. I do not drive this at night when it's dark because I have seen bears. It's getting really hard to see me because of the sun shining on my face. I'm trying, people. Trying. But I've seen bears on the road, coyotes, deer. We have deer. So you're really at night, I'd rather not take the chance of hitting something. So I do not go this way. I will take the freeway. It's a little longer in my opinion. It's not as fun or scenic. However, safety first. So here we go. Around and around. So again, I'm taking this because for me, living where I do in Cottonwood, going over the mountain to Prescott Valley is the fastest way to get to where I need to be. And I'm going to a listing appointment that is literally just on the other side of the mountain. He lives really close to where this road drops off on the other side. So it just made sense to go this way. So I do have listings that will be in Verde Valley. as they come up. And that's just kind of the way it is in this business, is that the longer you're in it, the more widely dispersed your listings will be, because you know more and more people. You travel a lot in this business to further areas just because of repeat business, referrals from your former clients. And listings are not a hard thing to do. You know, you don't have to drive there every day. It's not like working with buyers where there's a lot more driving. So if I had a buyer that wanted to buy in Chino Valley right now, I may pass on that and refer it to one of my colleagues who actually lives and works the Quad City area, because I'm trying to make my family more important to me, make more time for that, make more time for hobbies. And when you have a client that's looking to buy in Chino Valley, for me, that is me gone literally for a day. I get up, I have to be over there by 9 o'clock. I got to get up out the door by 9, show houses all day, meet with them, potentially write an offer, and I may not get home until 5 or 6 in the evening. And that is a very long and exhausting day. It's not like you get to take breaks like you do at work. You know, you don't get a lunch break, you don't get breaks. You're on all day. So just to manage my life better, I am making some boundaries around that. I live in Verde Valley now. I would like to really focus on serving my clients, buyers and sellers in the Verde Valley. But of course, I still am there for my former clients and friends that live in the Prescott Quad City areas, and I will help them and their family and friends, neighbors, colleagues, find homes and sell homes. So if you're interested in knowing more about where I work or did work, or more about my the Quad Cities, Prescott area, let me know and I will answer those questions. It's another beautiful historic part of Arizona, and I loved living there as well.